In this video, we are going to see two important devices. The one is light emitting diode and another is liquid crystal display, what we are usually calling it as LCD. First, we are going to see about light emitting diode. It's what we are calling it as LED. The LED is the two-terminal semiconductor PN junction device which emits visible light when it is applied with suitable forward bias. The basic structure and symbol of the LED are shown in the figure. Here we can say it is a symbol. In the symbol we can find that the arrow mark indicates the light is emitted. Even though the symbol looks like a diode, from the arrow mark we can able to identify that it is not an ordinary diode, it is a light emitting diode. The LED is a PN junction diode in which the basic component is the P-type and material are made up of gallium phosphide or gallium arsenide phosphide instead of silicon or germanium. Normally we are using germanium or silicon, but here we have the compound materials are used. Since we are using gallium phosphide or gallium arsenide phosphide, they emits light when the recombination of holes and electrons will take place. To the P-type and N-type junction, forward bias voltage is applied like a normal diode, and the LED emits different colors based on the wavelength and the material used to fabricate it. From the basic structure, we can able to easily identify that it consists of a P-type region and N-type region, and we have a special type of arrangement through which the light energy will emits. And depending upon the material, it emits different colors of light. And if we want to have infrared radiation, then we have to use gallium arsenide. If you are using gallium phosphide, then red or green color is emitted, and if gallium arsenide phosphide is used, then red or yellow color is. Next we will see the operation and some applications of LED. So regarding the operation, the electroluminescence is the basic principle of the LED. The forward bias is applied to the two leads, this P-type and N-type junction material lead. The electrons in the conduction band of N region cross the junction and recombine with the holes in the valence band of P region. The energy emitted during recombination will be in the form of light energy, that is photonic energy. Hence the emitted light depends upon the forward bias and also the rate of recombination. Regarding the applications, LED is commonly used in display devices such as calculator, phones, watches, etc. for display purpose. Then in optical communication as a source to transmit information in the form of light energy. For image sensor circuits, then in the burglar alarm unit and a memory unit, that is an optical memory unit, or it can be used as a low power consuming light sources, that is for household lights or street light, etc. they can be used. And some of the important operational characteristics of LED are the voltage requirement of the LED ranges from 2 to 4 volt and the maximum voltage rating is 5 volt. The current rating will be in the order of 1 to 15 milliamps and the power rating of the LED will be from few milliwatt to 150 milliwatt. The response time of the LED will be in nanoseconds, normally of the order of 10 power 9 seconds. The lifetime of LED will be greater than 1 lakh hours. And depending upon the type of constructions, we have two types of LEDs are available. And one is surface emitter or front emitter LED. The surface emitter LED consists of a P and N region of gallium aluminum arsenide placed one above the another. The well is etched to the surface of the device into which the fiber is inserted as shown in the diagram, and the emitted light due to the recombination will be collected by the fiber placed on the surface of the material. The double heterojunction layer helps for optical and carrier confinement. So this is the well where we are placing the fibers, and this double heterojunction layer will helps to make the emitted light to be focused on one direction. The other type of construction arrangement is but we are calling it as edge emitter LED. And here also the structure consists of P-type and N-type region placed one above the another. The double heterojunction layer here helps for optical and carrier confinement. The important feature of this type of edge emitting LED is the light emitted from the active region will be from the edge of the device as shown in the diagram. The light emitted from the edge emitter is more directional compared to the surface emitter. The diagram clearly indicates that the light is emitted from this side, not on the top side. So it is the edge emitter LED because of the construction, and light is emitted along the edge, not on the surface. The other important optical electronic component is liquid crystal display. Normally we are calling it as LCD. So liquid crystal display, also known as LCD, is the passive device which is commonly used as a display device. The basic material for the design of LCD are the liquid crystals, which exhibits the properties of both liquid and solid crystal. Normally, the crystal molecules are transparent to incident light, but when the electric field is applied, these molecules will modulate light, and hence the light is either absorbed or scattered. The liquid crystal cell consists of liquid crystal sandwiched between two glass sheets with the electrodes on both sides as shown in the figure. So here we find that the liquid crystals are available here. So the two electrodes are here. If the glass is transparent, then the cell is transmittive and it does not modulate light. If one glass plate of the is made up of reflective coating, then the cell is reflective and it reflects the light. Similar to LED, here also we have two types of construction, and depending upon that we have two types. One is dynamic scattering display LCD. The structure of dynamic scattering display consists of two glass plates in which the inner wall is coated with transparent electrode of tin oxide. The two glass plates are separated by 5 to 50 micrometer thickness of filled liquid crystal layer. The spacer on both sides is used to fill the liquid crystal and adjust the level. So here we have see that we have a spacer and liquid crystals are available here, like here. So next we will see the working of this type of LCD. When no electric field is applied, all the molecules in the pneumatic liquid crystals are properly aligned and hence they are transparent. When the electric field is applied, the molecule will align perpendicular to the field directions. When the electric field increases, flow becomes turbulent. This causes crest due to negative charge and trough due to the positive charge. So the disordered state makes the incident light to scatters. Hence the cell appears to be bright due to scattering of light. So this phenomena is known as dynamic scattering, and that is why this type of LCD are called as dynamic scattering display devices. So as shown in this diagram, whenever we are not applying any field, so all the crystals are aligned in one directions, and whenever we are applying a field, then scattering of light will take place, and it is used for displaying. The second type of LED is called as field effect LCD, and construction of it is similar to other type, but we have some minor differences are available. And this field effect LCD is known as twisted pneumatic crystal display. The field effect LCD consists of polarizer and glass with electrode coating. The liquid crystals are sandwiched between two glass plates. The polarizers are placed at right angle to each other. In the construction diagram, we find that here the polarizers, two polarizers, they are used to polarize the liquid crystals available inside the device field effect transistor. And regarding the working, when no electric field is applied, the light passed through the fluid will be rotated 90 degree and reaches the rear polarizer, that the back side. The bright light will be viewed by the viewer. When the electric field is applied, the liquid crystal molecules align themselves along the directions of the light. When the light is passed through the device with the applied electrical field, there is no rotation of light when passed through the molecule. That is, the rotation of light will not take place. It is absorbed by the rear polarizer, that is available at the back side, and hence the display appears dark in the white background. And from the diagram of LCD without field, we find that the alignment of molecules are random. But whenever we are applied a field, we find that they are aligned in a uniform fashion. And these optical mirrors are used to reflect the lights. Next we will see some of the advantages, disadvantages and applications of LCD. And regarding the advantage of LCD, it is of low cost, it consumes less voltage and power, it produces very bright image. On the disadvantage side, the lifetime of LCD is low, it is limited to 50,000 hours. When compared to LED, we can easily find that it is very 50% life is reduced, and the space occupied by LCD is large. Suppose we want to display large characters, then we may need a large space. It exhibits slow speed of operation due to high responsive time. Unlike LEDs, they are not high responsive, or they cannot able to operate at very high speed like LEDs. And some of the applications of LCD are: it is used for numeric display in calculators, it is used in wristwatches and clocks for display purpose, it is widely used in the video displays. It is also used as a monitoring unit for various applications. Wherever the display is needed, then we can make use of the LCD, like diode and transistor or any other electronic component. LED and LCD are two important optoelectronic components that is widely used for commercial purpose as well as for household applications.